Hello friends, once again we welcome you on our channel Shipping in Box in continuation of bringing an informative stories on shipping and maritime sector. Today we are going to talk about ship recycling, an unlikely hero in global energy transition system. As the world races to meet ambitious climate targets and adopts renewable energy on a massive scale, the demand for sustainable energy infrastructure such as wind farms, solar panels, and electric grids has surged. Central to this transformation is an increased reliance on metals like steel, copper, and aluminum, which are critical constructing these projects. However, meeting this demand through traditional mining and smelting process is no longer viable. These activities contribute significantly to the emission that the global energy transition seeks to eliminate. Instead, the ship recycling industry, often stigmatized for environmental and safety issues, could be poised a play vital and pivotal role in supplying materials for sustainable future. Each year, between 600 and 1,000 vessels are decommissioned and dismantled globally. In 2020 alone, 630 commercial ships and offshore units were scrapped, nearly 90% of the gross tonnage dismantled in South Asian countries. When a ship recycled up to 95% of its components, steel, copper, aluminum, and other materials can be reclaimed. These metals can then be repurposed for renewable energies projects, allowing materials from one life cycle to be given another in a way that directly supports the green energy transition. Steel, in particular, is a core component of renewable energy infrastructure. According to the International Energy Agency, global renewable power project capacity is set to nearly double between 2024 and 2030. This boom in renewable energy translates to a soaring demand for steel. For example, each megawatt of solar power requires up to 40 tons of steel, while each megawatt of wind power requires between 50 to 200 tons. By recycling steel from ships, we can sidestep the carbon intensive process of mining and smelting new steel, which contributes around 8% of global carbon dioxide and CO2 emission. The ship recycling industry thus enables the reuse of valuable materials while supporting emission reduction. India, one of the world's largest in ship recycling, is already showing how recycled steel can be the challenge in domestic manufacturing. Major steel companies such as JSW, Tata Steel, and ArcelorMittal Nippon have announced plans to increase their use of scrap-based steel in their production, a shift that could be drastically reduced in carbon footprint. Using scrap steel requires less energy than producing new steel, making it environmentally advantageous alternative. India's steel industry can potentially become a major supplier of materials for renewable energy projects, both within its border and beyond. The use of recycled steel from dismantled ships not only mitigates environmental damage associated with traditional steel making but also provides a sustainable pathway to meet the demand for renewable infrastructure materials. Ship recycling is a powerful example of the circular economy model in which resources are recovered and traditionally reintroduced into the production cycle. When the vessel reaches at the end of their operational life, they are dismantled and their materials are redirected to support the creation of sustainable products. This approach is conserve resources and reduce waste and lessens the environmental impact of new resources extraction. Danish energy giant, a leader in offshore wind energy, has recently committed to recycling and reusing all wind turbine blades in the portfolio as a part of sustainability efforts. Between 85 to 95% of the wind turbines components are recyclable. Approach embodies the principles of circular economy where materials from one life cycle such as those from recycled ship contributes to building next generation renewable energy assets. This commitment showcases a shift in corporate responsibility where sustainable practices extend beyond energy generation to the include material sourcing. Ship recycling has historically been associated with environmental degradation and unsafe working conditions, especially in regions with limited regulation. However, the industry is now transforming. In Europe, the ship recycling regulation mandates that vessels flagged under EU countries must be dismantled in facilities adhered to strict environmental and safety standards. This policy has led to the emergence of cleaner, safer, and safer ship recycling facilities that minimize pollution and improve worker safety while reclaiming higher percentage of reusable materials. These evolving standards means that ship recycling can align with the world's sustainability goals. As these standards continues to spread, more facilities worldwide will have the opportunity to contribute recycled materials in a way that adheres both environmental and ethical consideration. For ship recycling to fully integrate into the green energy sector, government and international organizations must implement supportive policies and financial incentives, recognizing the industry's potential to contribute their circular economy. Policymakers could introduce carbon credits or tax breaks for companies that recycle materials specifically for renewable energy projects. These incentives would not only bolster the ship recycling sector but would also make it financially viable for companies to transition to greener practices. Investors also have a significant role to play. As global demand for sustainable materials grows, there is an opportunity for ethical investors to support companies that practices environmentally responsible ship recycling. The global metal ship recycling market is expected to see sustainable growth with its estimated growth of $850 billion in year 2023 projected to increase at 4% compound annual growth rate by 2030. Ethical investment in ship recycling sector could drive expansion, creating new jobs, improving practices, and enhancing the industry's capacity to meet demand from the renewable energy sector. As the energy transition accelerates, the needs of sustainable raw materials will only intensify. Traditional mining and production of methods cannot be meet this demand without significant environmental consequences. Sheep recycling offers a viable alternative, providing high quality materials like steel, copper, and aluminum while significantly reducing emission. By transforming waste into the wealth, the industry not only alternatives pressure on nature resources but also contributes directly to the renewable energy movement. Sheep recycling, once seen as a high risk industry with limited social and environmental benefits, is now emerging as a key player in the sustainable economy. By contributing to the circular economy and supporting green infrastructure, The ship recycling industry can power a future where renewable energy and resources conservation go hand in hand with the right policies, investments, and evolving standards. This industry has the potential to drive significant changes and provide critical resources to help world meet its climate goal. Thank you very much for watching this video till the end. We'll meet you with some another stories on shipping and maritime sector. Till then,